dog can turn at any time. Carlo could turn tonight.
That's a mom talking to police about a dog after her baby is mauled, and she claims it was done by a stray dog, but police say that was a lie.
I understand, like, if we would have just told the truth from the beginning, we wouldn't even be here.
I take a look at this sad case out of Kentucky and the charges a mother and her boyfriend are facing after the attack. Welcome to Crime Fix. I'm Angenette Levy. Our furry pets are like family. In fact, they are a part of our family, but they are not more important than our children. The kids come first, or at least they should come first. But state police say in Kentucky, a couple chose to protect a dog and themselves after the dog attacked a 10-month-old baby. This case is out of Russell Springs, Kentucky. That's about 85 miles south of Lexington. The population, a little more than 2,800. So this is a small, small town. Kentucky State Police troopers went to talk with Emily McKinney and Joe Johnson a day after they took Emily's 10-month-old baby to the hospital in 2024, claiming that the child had been attacked by a stray dog.
Can you just be 100% honest with me? Do you think that she's going to say that the baby has to go?
It really just depends on how safe the environment she feels like it is.
Right.
That's going to be, include, she's going to have to think about, where the dog's at, which ain't here, what Conley's injuries are.
Right.
It's kind of everything to do with the house. Whatever she gets from talking to you guys and him. So.
Now, Emily McKinney is 27 and her boyfriend, Joe Johnson, is 30. So Emily isn't a super young mom, and her baby suffered serious injuries, including multiple skull fractures and brain injuries. According to the initial report, the attack occurred while the baby was playing in the yard with 3 other siblings. Troopers went to the home and tried to find the stray, but their efforts were not successful. It wasn't until the biological father requested help through KSP that officers grew suspicious of the initial claims. The concerned father felt like his ex was withholding information, and as the investigation moved forward, troopers determined that stray was actually a dog owned by McKinney's new boyfriend, Joe Johnson. Now, this was not a stray dog at all. KSP troopers responded back to the home to check on the children to make sure they were okay and to hopefully figure out the truth about what happened.
First night stay we had in a while. The boy was about that baseball practice, so we was kind of So where were the other kids?
They were all out here.
All out here, all playing.
Yeah. I was telling Jody on the phone, these kids, they make up stories. Our little boy came home the last weekend that he was there and told us that he saw his daddy making out with the boy. So, like, the stories, and I know that this is much more serious than that, but, like...
You said you heard the dog, girl, but did you see the attack?
No.
Where were you?
Standing out here, but I had my back turned.
Now, law enforcement arrived with the county dog warden and emergency management to locate this dog. This could be a vicious animal. And at this point, they know the stray dog story isn't adding up, and the stray really doesn't exist.
So, who's the dog at?
I don't know. Where's my dog?
I'm 7 years old. I said I'm not trying to incriminate nobody or nothing else, but I want the full story, okay? Yes, sir. Because this is not a straight dog. Okay? Where's the dog?
The dog got active?
Yes, sir. Now, hey, listen. Don't go down the fast line with me, okay? All right? All I'm here is because I want to make sure you're safe.
Right.
I'm being unbiased. I'm not for you. I'm not for Dad. I'm for you. You understand that?
I understand.
Okay. So let's not go down the fast line here. Right.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you because, like you said, you're not gonna try to take us to jail or
I'm not
whatever.
trying to take nobody to jail. Accidents happen.
Accidents do happen.
But I'm going to make sure the kids are safe.
Right. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm getting rid of my dog. I have a Labradoodle. Obviously I'm not gonna send him to the pound because it's not his fault that something like this happened. But I'm getting. Where's his dog? It's not here. His ex-fiance has it, and it will not be back.
Right. And her name is. So, alright. So we didn't have to go all the way around this. That's the dog that attacked her.
Yes.
Okay.
We just did not want.
So now let's go back to the start
Okay.
because I can see where Dad would be frustrated. And I can see where you're scared.
Yes.
There's a reason Crime Fix is one of the top-ranked shows on YouTube right now, just like there's a reason why Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm. They're a firm with more than 1,000 attorneys, and that's because they win a lot. Morgan & Morgan has recovered more than $25 billion from more than 500,000 clients. In the last few months, a client in Florida received $12 million after the insurance company offered just $350,000. In Pennsylvania, a client was awarded $26 million. That was 40 times the insurer's $650,000 offer. Another client in Pennsylvania received $29 million after being offered only $500,000. Even if you think your case is not worth millions, why not start a claim and fight for what you deserve? Morgan & Morgan makes it truly so easy. You can start a claim from your phone in just 8 clicks. So if you're ever hurt, you can easily start a claim at forthepeople.com/crimefix by clicking the link below or scanning that QR code that you see on your screen. So just there, the couple admits that they lied about the incident to spare the dog by attempting to hide it for its own protection, meaning the initial statements by Emily and Joe, according to troopers, were not true. And first responders wasted resources for hours looking for a dog that didn't exist. It turns out the dog was actually living with them. Joe owns the dog with another woman, and they both cared deeply for that dog.
We had got home. The dog is he's not aggressive. The kids played with him for a few days.
Okay.
He was eating, and she did grab his tail. We were sitting there in the living room. She was crawling around on the floor. He was eating in the kitchen. She grabbed his tail. I won't even say she grabbed his tail because I don't know. I didn't see it. But that's what I assume would happen because he was eating. So, but the part about it, he did not have a holdover for minutes or anything like that. Within 5 minutes of her crying, I was at Russell County ER, holding my baby, whom I thought was gonna honestly not be here today. So
this is what I'm doing. You understand because you lied in the beginning. This is Dad's concern now because nothing was done correctly in the beginning.
Absolutely.
There should have been forms filled out. You sent the helping social service.
The only reason that I did it is because I know. The only reason that I did it is because I know that this dog is never coming back to my house. It's never going to be around my children again.
I understand that. But it's a dangerous situation. His dad don't know what the situation is.
I understand that. I would be pissed if the roles were reversed. I wholeheartedly understand that.
Because you lied, though, there has to be something done through social services now. Because you can't force Dad. There's an excellent circumstance here. I can understand why Dad would not want to bring another 3 children here. And definitely wouldn't want her to be here right this moment because I'm not trying to take your kids away from you, but because of the lies. He shouldn't be threatened. Not knowing the real story.
I never threatened him. I did say I was calling the police, but
this is his child too.
I understand that.
Now, Joe tells the troopers that after they got home from the hospital that day, he contacted the other owner to come get the dog and attempt to hide it, to protect it. But the damage was already done. Social services was contacted because of the complaint by Emily's ex, and a prevention plan was put in place to have him take custody of the children.
We need to arrange something temporary so we can get this sorted out.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
Ain't nobody trying to take your kids away from you forever, but they don't need to be out here and they go to school next morning and it's 11 o'clock at night.
That was my main concern.
I don't want dad thinking this baby's in danger.
Well, the dog, you can search the house. The dog's my dog is here, but if y'all want to take it tonight, you can have it tonight. I just don't want it to go to the pound. Her dogs to her are like my babies are to me. And so,
Okay.
I wouldn't want you guys to come and take my baby, so I don't want you guys to go and take her.
We're not trying to, but if it were to be a situation where
And he's been.
if it could be a situation where just for the night we have the kids for another day or two until we get this all sorted out. I can't force you to do that. I'm asking you, would you agree to do that?
I would prefer that the baby not go tonight, just because of everything that's happened.
Well, because of everything that's happened, I can see his point of view and I can see my point of view.
Well, I think that if he comes here,
It's also very bonded with his mom.
I understand that.
hang on. I think that if we can get Jody here and it can just be me, you, and Jody, with nobody else in his ear or nobody else talking, that we can all come to an agreement that you know, because I'll tell him like he can take my dog or whatever. There's not going to be any more dogs around my kids. It scared me that bad. So
There's nobody, as perfect, are not like this side, that side. We're not on anybody's side.
I understand, like, if we would have just told the truth from the beginning, we wouldn't even be here.
Correct.
But at the same time, it's a scary situation, and I didn't want the dog to be put down because it's her baby. Just like, no, and I told her this today, if the dog wouldn't have killed my baby, you guys wouldn't have even been here anyways. Or you might have been taking me to jail for killing the dog. But I think at the end of the day, I shouldn't have lied to begin with. And we're here. This is where we're at. But I do think that Dad and I can get along enough for the kids. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what.
The couple agrees to let the officers into the home.
Hey, listen, this house is a mess, so overlook that. It's a real big mess.
But Emily appears to use a similar tactic to avoid trouble.
So this is temporary. I was losing my house and I found whatever I could get in so that I wasn't homeless with 4 kids.
Yeah.
So this is only 2 bedrooms and 4 kids, 2 bedrooms. You know, it's a situation.
Math don't add up too well.
No, we're looking for something bigger and just trying, but like I said, this was what we could find, that we weren't going to be homeless. So.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just doing what I thought was best.
Police find a home that is not clean enough for a child, especially one with open wounds and severe injuries, and it only gets worse from there. According to the uniform citation, the house had the odor of dog feces, and a second dog was located inside the residence. During investigation, the baby became hungry, at which point the mother had trouble even finding a bottle to feed the child. Insufficient sleeping conditions appeared to be a mattress lying on a floor. So officers find a hot mess inside this house. Troopers also make contact with the female owner of the dog that attacked the baby, and she confirmed Joe Johnson's actions.
We're going to go get the dog. It's just not mine.
Are you going to put
It
it
has to
down?
be. No, it has, like the dog catcher will have to get it. It will have to have all the steps right. Because, and then, you know, it'll have to be held for so many days and the whole process. And that's why I said in the beginning, those things should have been known so we could have done all that day. because why do it? I don't have to do it all at midnight. So this, I'm asking you to find some middle ground tonight and be formal with that. Because we wouldn't be here tonight and you take the decision.
I understand.
It's going to honestly scary. But we don't need kids out here until 3 o'clock.
Well, I will
So
let
the
the
social
kids
worker
go with
would-
her or with you guys, if you let the baby stay.
Well, what I'm saying though is we'll have to find some middle ground social worker. If we, you, him, none of us will make that decision, it will be heard.
Right.
That's as soon as we get here, we're going to expedite this situation. We're going to fight about it.
I don't want to fight about it. I should have told the truth to begin with. I know that. Like I said, I'm scared.
Now, the dog warden went to the residence where the dog was being hidden to remove it.
So she said that you guys are going to get my dog.
Oh, yeah, we're going to. I got to. It should have been done that day. That's what I'm saying. It'll have to go. It'll have to go to the dog catcher. The dog catcher is this. And it will have to stay with him. And I'll have to have all its shots and all that stuff. All that stuff tested.
What if I show y'all proof of the shots? That doesn't matter.
They have to do a hold on the dog.
How long?
Don't know.
You don't have any
I don't. That's not my line of work. I don't.
I understand. I'm just asking for
That's
perspective.
the dog is the least of my concerns. I understand you probably love the dog. Your girlfriend, ex-girlfriend probably loves the dog. I'm here for one sole purpose.
I understand that.
Okay, so let's just.
I'm not trying to be a dick.
We ain't like we're gonna grow up
I'm
and
just
get a
asking.
dog or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. If I do.
Can I just have her give it over to me and y'all forcefully
yeah.
try to take
Yeah,
it?
that would be the best thing to do.
Concerned about the possibility of losing her children, Emily McKinney attempts to explain the situation between her and her ex to the troopers.
I wasn't trying to be an ass earlier. I just know you guys don't know like the whole backstory between me and I.
Yeah.
And
We get all that. We know tensions are running, a little high through all this. We understand that.
Why is she going with the social worker?
she's not going to the social worker
Now, the social worker is coming to make some sort of
decision
Yeah.
on where she needs to go. She can stay here with us, or if she has to go with us. I would say chances are he's probably going to push that. She goes with him. And I'm not going to be an ass, but I am going to say if he's going to be an ass to me and insist that all these kids go, I'm going to call my dad, and my dad is going to come get the oldest.
yeah.
Because, quite frankly, legally, she has, like, there's nothing. He had the opportunity to adopt her and said no.
Okay.
So
As far as normally,
legally, I'm not required to let her leave with him. If social services has to take her to Poppy's or wherever,
yeah,
so be it.
that's definitely going to be a question for the social worker. Because
I mean,
normally, under normal circumstances, as far as like any sort of custody agreement you guys have, as long as it follows that.
she's not even included in our divorce
Oh,
papers.
she's not.
No, because
Legally, no way.
legally, nothing to him. Like, she was mine. I brought her into the marriage.
Right. Okay.
Like, and I would say we could contact her dad, but you'd probably take him to jail because he'd probably have some drugs on him. He ain't seen her since she was like 1.
Chandler, are you okay if I go call him?
Yeah, you can go. Just let her know that I am sorry that it came to this, but we should have just told the truth from the beginning.
So normally, you're right. Whenever you say over the oldest, it sounds like just it's kind of everything that's going on right now. I would ask the social worker about that. She definitely know more than the child's.
I'm telling you, like, I don't want to be an ass.
Yeah.
I don't want to take. He is the only consistent dad that she's ever known. But if he's going to be an ass to me because of one mistake that I made, then
I mean, that's all fair and good, but the end of the day, I mean, both of you need to figure this out, but you need to not, being rude to each other is one thing, but don't be rude to each other in such a way that it's going to affect the kids' life. And that's the thing. That's what, one thing.
Does he think that taking the kids away from me is not going to affect the kids' life?
Probably the same way as like a dog bite cover up, I'd say, or something like that. So, I mean, they're going to figure something out tonight, and whatever it's going to be is going to be temporary, whatever it's going to be. And that's going to be decided from the social worker when she gets down here. But like I said, both of you need to kind of figure that out probably.
About a month later, a grand jury indicted the couple for falsely reporting an incident and tampering with physical evidence. Prosecutors also charged Emily with first-degree child abuse and endangering the welfare of a minor. Both were booked into the Russell County Detention Center on a $10,000 bond. And at the time of this recording, Emily McKinney's case is still making its way through the courts. She has a motion hearing next month, and Joe Johnson's case is scheduled for a hearing sometime next year. And we'll stay on top of the case for you. That's it for this episode of Crime Fix. I'm Angenette Levy. Thanks so much for being with me. I'll see you back here next time.